This is Valmiki Ramayan, Season 6, Episode 6, Hope and Despair. As soon as Ravan left Ashokvan, the Rakshasis got on to the job he had given them. They first tried to convince Sita that saying yes to Ravan was the sensible thing to do. You are so fortunate that Ravan is interested in you. You must accept his proposal. And he favors you over all his wives. What a privilege! All the comforts of Ravan's palace await you. Why do you say no to such a great and mighty suitor? What is wrong with you? But Sita told them clearly, what you are saying is wrong in every way. Ram may have lost his kingdom and all his wealth, but he is my husband, and I will always be with him. One of the captors fired back impatiently. Site, paryaptametavad bhartus snehah pradarshitah. Sita, enough of this showing love for your husband. You need to understand that Ravan has captured you and brought you to this island. You cannot escape, and no one is going to come for you. The Rakshasis tried to threaten and intimidate Sita into submission. Accept the king's offer, now, or else I will pluck your heart out and eat it, said one angrily. The others joined in, wielding their axes and saying things like, should we squeeze her neck first? I can't wait to kill her. I have had this morbid desire to eat her from the day I saw her. Ladies, we must cut her up into equal pieces to avoid disputes. Surachaniyatam kshipram. Let's get the drinks quickly. We will eat human flesh and drink and dance. Sita was trembling and sobbing pitifully. But her answer was unchanged. Eat me up for all I care. Chinna bhinna prabhinna va deepta vagnau pradipita. Cut me, break me into pieces, or burn me in a glowing fire. I will not accept Ravan. I will not even touch him with my foot. Why doesn't he get it? My answer is no. Sita became increasingly disoriented and half-crazed with grief. Her thoughts started swinging wildly between hope and despair. Head bent down, she said, Ram defeated 14,000 Rakshasas in Janasthan. He can surely kill Ravan in a battle. Why doesn't he come and save me? If only he knew that I was being held in Lanka, he would have dried up the ocean, burned down this city, and destroyed Ravan. Yes, I believe Ram and Lakshman will come soon. Lanka will be littered with the bodies of dead Rakshasas. But who will tell them that I am here? Jatayu could have informed them, but Ravan killed him. Na jana jivatim ramahmam. Ram may not even know that I am alive. Will I ever see Ram again? I cannot live without him. Just then, a Rakshasi called Trijata said to the rest of her group, do not harm Sita if you all know what's good for you. I had a dream in which I saw that Sita's husband had won a great war. The Rakshasas were finished, and Lanka was crumbling into the sea. Instead of tormenting Sita, try and get into her good books. The Rakshasis backed off a little. But this respite was not enough for Sita. The more she thought about it, the more she felt that her situation was hopeless. And so she concluded, I will end my life now itself. Anyway, I stand condemned to death, for I will never submit to Ravan's wishes. Committing suicide is not wrong in a situation like this. Naivasti nunam mama doshamatra. And then Sita decided that she would hang herself from a tree using her own long braid. Clutching the braid, she went up to a Shivshapa tree and grabbed a sturdy branch. But just then, once again, she felt a wave of hope. Perhaps things would change for the better. And her hope was not misplaced, for this was no ordinary tree. It was the same tree on which Hanuman was perched. Hanuman started thinking fast. This was his chance. He knew that trying to speak with Sita was risky, but he had to console her and give her some reassurance. Otherwise, she may not be able to hold on until he got back with Ram, Lakshman and the Vanara army. Hanuman also thought, Vachancha udaharishyami sanskritam. I will speak to her in Sanskrit. But if I use very scholarly Sanskrit, Sita may get frightened, thinking that I am Ravan in the form of a Vanar. Note, at that time, Sanskrit was the common language for people from Ayodhya to Kishkinda to Lanka. Of course, there were also regional languages, which is why Hanuman had to decide which language to use. The next question was how to approach Sita without scaring her. She was in such a fragile emotional state that if he just jumped down from the tree and approached her, she might cry out in surprise, and that would alert the Rakshasis who were not too far. And so, Hanuman thought it best to start the conversation in an indirect way. From his perch on the tree, he started speaking. Once, there was an illustrious king of the Ikshvaku dynasty called Dashrath, and his eldest son was Ram. Hanuman went on to tell Ram's story till the point of Sita's abduction. Sita knew all this very well. But Hanuman continued. While looking for Sita, Ram met Sugriv and made an alliance with him. Sugriv is the king of the Vanaras, and he has sent off thousands of Vanaras in all directions to look for Sita. I am one of them. I crossed the great ocean and came looking for her in Lanka. Yatha rupam, yatha varnam, yatha lakshmavatiin chatam, ashrausham ragavasyaham, seyamasadita. And I see here a lady who looks exactly like the Sita Ram had described. Yes, the very same form, the very same beauty, the very same radiance. And then Hanuman paused. Janaki chapi tachrutva vismayam paramangata. Upon hearing all this, Sita was stunned. Ram was alive and well. There were thousands of people looking for her, and one of them was right there, next to her. She looked up. Hidden in the branches, she saw a Vanar, wearing a white cloth, his golden eyes looking back at her. This was all too much for Sita. Luckily, she did not scream. She just fainted. Iti her asa. That is how it happened.